Have you ever really thought about what your country is called in another language? I mean, it seems simple, right? It's just a translation. But what if it's not? Sometimes a name is way more than just a name. It's like a secret window into history, into how people see each other. And today, we're going to unlock this amazing puzzle of how world countries get their names in Mandarin.
So, how does this actually work? When a country gets its Mandarin name, are they just trying to copy the sound? Or is there some deeper meaning, something poetic, hidden inside the characters? Well, the answer is both. And the way it all comes together is honestly absolutely brilliant.
Okay, let's just dive right in. Here's our list for today. We've got 10 countries, right? Everything from China to Spain, and each one has its own unique Mandarin name. Now, at first glance, if you don't read Mandarin, this might just look like a bunch of random characters. But I promise you, there is a hidden system here, and we're about to crack it wide open. All right, first up, we have the most straightforward method. It's called transliteration. Basically, this is where you pick Mandarin characters just because their sounds, when you string them together, sound like the original country's name. It's pretty much a phonetic echo. Let's take Canada, for example. In Mandarin, it's ja-na-da. Just try saying it out loud. Ca-na-da. Ja-na-da. See? It's a remarkably close match. Now, the characters themselves technically mean things like add, take, and big, but for this, who cares? Their meaning is totally irrelevant. It is all about the sound. Here's another perfect one. Italy. It becomes Idali. Again, you can totally hear it, right? It's a pure sound-for-sound copy. It's just elegant and super effective. And you know, this even works for longer names. Check out Australia. All Dahlia. That's 4 syllables, each one carefully chosen to rebuild the sound of the original name. It's kind of like building with phonetic Lego bricks. And one more for this category, Spain. It's called Xipaña. By now, you've totally got the hang of it. You can almost hear the original name and guess how the Mandarin syllables are going to line up. It's a really logical system, but it's not the only system. Because what happens when a name isn't based on sound at all? What if it's based on an idea? This, my friends, is where things get really poetic and fascinating. Okay, take a look at the name for the United States, 美国. Now, forget the sound of America for just a second. Just look at these 2 characters. What on earth could they mean? Right? It's definitely not a phonetic match. This is a name that was chosen for its meaning, for an idea it's supposed to represent. So, any guesses what that idea might be?
And here it is. Mei means beautiful, and guo means country. So in Mandarin, the United States is known as the beautiful country. How amazing is that? It's so aspirational. And hey, pay close attention to that second character, guo, which means country. We're going to see that little guy again.
All right, next up, Germany. Its Mandarin name is De Guo. And again, the sound isn't really a match for Germany or even Deutschland, so we know it's not about the sound. What's the idea here? Well, de means virtue or morality. And look, there's our friend Guo again for country. So Germany is called the virtue country, a name that speaks to this perception of moral character and integrity. That is powerful stuff, right? Okay, so we've got names based on sound and names based on meaning. But some of the most interesting ones, well, they don't really fit neatly into either box. They are in a class of their own. These often reflect a cool mix of history, geography, or even a nation's own identity. Now, this is where the stories are just incredible. The UK, Ingor, is the hero country. France, Fagua, becomes the law country, which is a nod to its influential legal traditions. Japan, Rurban, is sun's origin, which is a direct translation of what its own name means. And finally, China, Zhongguo, is the Middle Kingdom, reflecting its historical perspective as the center of the civilized world. So here's the crucial point, the big takeaway. There isn't just one single rule for this. Naming a country in Mandarin is a creative act. It's a blend of 2 totally different systems, one that listens to the sound of a place and another that tries to capture its very soul. And if we look back at our list of 10 countries, you can really see this mix in action. 4 of them are straight-up phonetic copies. 2 are based purely on an idea or meaning. And 4 are these really cool special cases rooted in history and self-identity. It's a super flexible, dynamic system, not some rigid formula. Ultimately, this is what it's all about. A name isn't just a label to point to a spot on a map.
In Mandarin, it's a story. It's a story of how one culture sees another, and just as importantly, how it sees itself. These names are like little linguistic artifacts, carrying echoes of history, respect, and a whole lot of imagination.
And that leaves me with one final thought I want you to take away from all this. Just for a second, forget the sound of your country's name. If it had to be renamed today, based purely on its most famous characteristic or its biggest idea, what would its name be? The country of? Seriously, think about it. The answer might tell you more than you think.